What is going on? Welcome to Ruu S Room, where we get into the nitty-gritty of the artists and creatives in the Australian scene. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid, and today we got Mawuli. She is a Ghanaian-Australian R&B artist, posted up in Eora, Sydney. Her latest song, Onyx, is out today as of the release of this video. Mawuli, how are you doing? Like, for real, for real, how are you doing?
I am good. I am happy. I am blessed. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad. I'm glad. First release of the year. How has the receptions from the previous, couple releases been? You got Rich Girl, you got All I Need.
Yes.
It's definitely been going off as I've seen.
Thank you. The reception has been so great. Something that's constant with the reception is people are like, your visuals, your visuals, your visuals are so good. And that means a lot to me because I put a lot of time and effort into it. Obviously, the music is just as important, but that's been a constant that I've gotten from the reception.
For sure. For sure. And yeah, I can attest to that. The both the videos for the previous songs I just mentioned, especially
Yeah.
Rich Girl, like that was for real a whole that I love. I watched that video a number of times. Um But yeah, I remember I've been seeing you perform for like years. Especially when I first started actually going to like local music, and I was like, yo, when is Mally putting out music? So it's good that you're finally releasing some stuff.
Yes.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. So speaking of that, I guess how we met. I guess we met at a gig, maybe. I can't pinpoint a specific moment, to be honest, but
I
um
do. I remember.
okay.
I remember when I first met you, it was Waves. They were doing an event at like an
What at
outdoor.
Butter?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Was the one at Butter?
No. Oh no,
Okay.
no, it wasn't. It was Swanky. It was Swanky Array.
Yeah.
And it was like at an outdoor place.
At Silly, the
Yeah,
one
I think so.
that
I
I
think so.
performed at as well.
Yes. That's where I met.
Right. Okay. Okay. That adds a bit more weight to that night. Goodness, so many things happened that that evening. But okay, cool. Because I think I was about to come in with the Butter one because I remember vividly seeing you perform at Butter in
Yeah.
Parramatta
Yeah.
with Waves. But okay, if it was at the Swanky, then cool. Um Dope. But yeah, like I said, I've been, following your music for a minute and have really enjoyed watching you perform live and your music as well. So, I'm always excited to hear what's next
Mm,
from you.
that means a lot.
So all right, formalities. Actually, no. One more thing. Onyx is out today.
Yeah.
What can you just quickly say about the song, just for people who haven't heard it yet?
It's a real sexy, grown and sexy, sultry, fun pop vibe. And the visuals are really hot, so you have to see it.
Okay, bet. Make sure you go press play after you watch the video. All right, formalities out the way. Let's get into the interview. So my first question to you is, what percentage of yourself do you think your inner circle really knows about you?
Oh, that's a really good question. Okay, so my first inner circle is my family, my immediate family.
Hmm.
They know like everything about me, especially my sisters. They know it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. And then my best friends, they know about 90% of me.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And my follow-up to that question is, how much of that percentage have you shared in your music so far?
We haven't even like it's the tip of the iceberg, honestly.
Mm.
We've probably seen 30% of Mowley.
Okay.
And
Oh,
with Onyx, we're gonna about to see another side.
okay. Okay. Fair enough. So, and I assume the rest of that 70 60 70% is still in the vault, music that you're
Exactly.
working on. Yeah.
Yes.
No, for sure. Okay. Okay. Bet. Well, hopefully through this next part, we get to know a bit more of that, 90%.
I know
90%.
about all that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're gonna take it back to primary school days, have a little bit of a show and tell. Mally's got some items that I've asked her to get, but if not, then hopefully a dope story to go along with it anyway. So let's get into it. And my first question to you is, what is something that represents who you are as a person?
I like this question. Okay, so I have two things.
Okay.
The first thing is a hanger.
Okay.
Because I love fashion. I think anyone who knows me or seen me before, I love to put that on. Like clothes is like the way I express myself. Before I talk, when I walk in a room, you see my outfit. So I'm a fashion girl. I love fashion. I love everything about it. So this hanger is the first one. And then these headphones are the
Mm.
second because music is life. You understand you're a musician.
Mm.
I'm also a girly that takes public transport and I don't have a license. So these are my babies. I love them. Yeah.
No, for sure, for sure. To talk in the second one, the headphones, I definitely relate to that. I'm currently carless. Um, so public transport is definitely definitely my route at the moment. And my goodness, I think the only one time that I forgot my headphones was, and even, I was just traveling to the to my shopping center that's like 5 minutes away. So this is a nightmare. I
It
can't do.
is so painful when you forget it. Oh my God.
Oh, it's yeah, it's definitely the worst. So I guess my question with that is, do you prefer watching videos when you're on public transport or listening to music?
I just listen to music.
Okay.
Honestly, I just listen to music. I work in social media, so I watch videos throughout the day. So, like, to start my day, end my day, I just love to listen to some music, like, pretend I'm in the music video, dancing on the street, whatever, just to like clear my mind.
Definitely, definitely. And what is, as of say today, your like first thing you're pressing play on when you get on the transport?
Um, I like that question. The first thing I'm pressing play on is Mulholland Drive. Oh my God, I've forgotten the artist's name. But I think he's a part of Death Row, actually, Snoop Dogg's Death Row,
Mhm.
because Snoop Dogg has revamped Death Row. The song is called Mulholland Drive. It's so reminiscent of like Marvin Gaye. It is such a good song. Definitely listen to that. Check that out. That's
Okay,
the first thing I'm pressing play on.
okay, bet. Um, and to bring it back to the fashion part, yes, definitely something that um is very extremely notable. I think I was talking to my friend Tech about it once, about how I don't think we've ever seen you wear the same outfit twice. I think maybe once. I think I was scrolling your Instagram just before, and I think I saw the Brazil like tank top thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
we've seen that a
I've
couple
seen
of times.
yeah, but
The thing that I do is like what makes someone like really a fashion girl is you can mix and match things like 20 times and no one notices
yeah, yeah,
because you wear it differently.
hmm
Yeah,
it's yeah, I guess it's, when it comes to curation, it's like taking the parts of your wardrobe and yeah, again, like you said, as reassembling it to be like that looks fresh. I think it's I'm not sure how much superhero stuff you've watched. In the first Spider-Man, the recent one, the Tom Holland one, he turns to his friend Ned and he's like admiring the girl who he has a crush on, and he's like, "Have we seen her wear that outfit before?" It's like, no, I think that's a new top, and it's like, um, anyway, that's just a side comment that
yeah,
I was just thinking about, but yeah, that's definitely something that to keep in mind, that it's not about, buying mad outfits. It's about how you repurpose those outfits in different ways to be like, this looks fresh. And
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Well, either way, regardless if it's fresh or not, fashion choices on point, you
Thank
know.
you.
So, but yeah, okay. Let's keep it moving. Number two, what is your favorite sentimental gift that you have received from someone?
So it's this necklace that I'm wearing. It says my name, Mawuli, which is from Ghana, the Volta region. What it means is God is here, God is with us.
Mhm.
And one of my bestest friends, we've been friends since like 2003. She's like, I can't wait to see your name in shining lights.
Mm.
But for now, take this necklace. And yeah, I wear it all the time, to bed, in the shower, everywhere I go, because it has really sentimental meaning. And the fact that like she knows I'm destined for great things and she really believes in me, it really means a lot to me.
For sure, for sure. It's like wearing like manifestation on your like on your chest, pretty much.
Exactly.
Um
Yeah.
or collarbone, I guess. As far as. Um Yeah, I love that. I love that. And it's a beautiful, you know, symbol of your name as well. I think one of the most interesting things is, and it's funny, but it's not at the same time. I get it, is just seeing so many people butcher your name, including
Oh,
myself, who I have in the past.
oh God.
Um, wh- yeah, what has been the, I guess, just to go a little bit side into this fun quest, what has been the most interesting place where someone has, said your name incorrectly?
Oh God. So in primary school, me and my sisters were literally the only Black people in that school. So any foreign names, like people would have a heart attack. And I would have teachers for months, for years, same teachers, the office lady, there'd be the same office lady, and they just couldn't pronounce my name. They just could not pronounce my name. But something that I'm really proud of myself for doing, like ever since kindergarten, I will always, always correct someone. Like, if you say it wrong, we're going to stay there until you get it right. Or just don't say my name at all.
Exactly. Exactly. Just call me M. I don't
Yeah,
know.
at this point, yeah.
No, I get you. And that is something that, again, especially when it comes to like African names, like it's something that we hold dearly. Maybe, I have a German name, so
Okay.
I don't have the like a traditional African name, but I totally understand the cultural significance of African names, and um, the background behind them, what they mean. And it's something where, I'm a teacher myself, where I'm, reading the class role. If I say
Yeah.
someone's a kid's name who might be a little more, of a POC background, I'm like, did I say it correctly? Just to be like, okay, if I got it wrong, make sure I want to make sure I say it right. So I'm glad that, even though I said it wrong in the beginning, that I'm finally at the place where it's like, okay, I know how to say your name, and that even myself, I'm like, if I'm with someone who's talking about you or referencing
Yeah.
you, no, it's Mawuli, not.
Thank you. And I really appreciate that. And like as an African kid, other African kids with like hard names can relate. So it's really important to be around people that make that space for you.
Mm, for sure,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. But to bring it back, I love the necklace. I love the sentimentality behind it. Yeah, definitely sticking with that. The manifestation on the body, and
Um,
live with it. But yeah, all right. Number three, what is the first album that you ever bought or received?
my uncle, my dad's best friend, bought me and my sisters Destiny's Child Survivor and Craig David Born to Do It.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that those being rinsed for sure.
Oh my God. We knew all the songs. And like back in the day, the CDs came with like the lyrics and things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that has been the catalyst? I feel like I know the answer to this, but that's been the catalyst for your love of like the R&B, classic R&B. It's very apparent in the aesthetic of, again, what you wear, how you approach your music. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Destiny's Child is like, well, one of the sole reasons why I do what I do. Like, I owe Destiny's Child everything because, like, the aesthetics, the sound, the wording, just like girl power, guy bashing from here and there. Love, fun, girlfriends, all of that. It's all come from Destiny's Child.
Sure. For sure. And is there a modern R&B artist that you especially love in the similar vein?
Um, there are a few. I would say I love, love, love SZA to my core because I was listening to her like back in the Babylon days.
Hmm.
I don't know if you're a fan of her then, but definitely SZA and Summer Walker, they're
Mhm.
like at the top of my list.
No, for sure, for sure. They're definitely in that. I think the big three of modern R&B. You know how the guys always have Cole, Kendrick, Drake. I think it's personally, I think Summer, SZA, and Ari Lennox are like the
Yes, yes,
the big.
100%. It's those three.
Um, and I wasn't listening to SZA back then. Control was my entry point, but I definitely have gone back and listened to Z a few times here and
Yeah.
there. Um, Same with Summer. But yeah, I can definitely see how the impact that they have had. And yeah. All right, number 4. What is a moment from one of your favorite gigs and or sessions?
Okay. One of my favorite gigs I did for Snappack
Mhm.
at Star.
Yep.
Um, I was just like, not to toot my own horn or whatever, but I was like on fire. Like I was just ready to go. I had Timo behind me. I had
Mm.
Ness next to me. I was like working with the crowd. They were working with me. It was just the best thing ever. Like I have so much fun being on stage. And when the crowd responds to you, like it just gives you some more adrenaline. Like you just like you feel like you're on fire, literally. So that's one of my favorite performances today.
For sure, for sure. And I was present for that performance. I can definitely confirm you did kill it. But yeah, I totally know what you mean. You know, when once you get those first couple songs off and the crowd's like, woo, it's like, oh, okay, I'm in for a great
Yeah,
20
it's like, oh, I'm
minutes.
ready. Like you
Yeah,
haven't even seen anything yet.
facts, facts.
And then from gigs,
Mhm.
so I spend a lot of my studio time with Team Up and Ness.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite parts is like when we listen to the song we just made.
Mm.
And when it's heat and it's fire, we're dancing and cheering, like, oh damn, like this is actually magic. And just the environment and the vibes. And like they will tell you when something's not cute or when
Mm.
it's not right. So it's just a really positive and inspiring environment. So yeah, that's my favorite part of sessions.
Oh, dope, dope. It's always good to have, that click. I already knew, Team Up and that they're about to be name dropped for sure. And shout out to them,
Yeah.
amazing producer, amazing artists. Um, and it's again, like I said, great to have that little circle that you're able to bounce off that,
Yeah.
obviously you have your regular collaborators like in that next circle, but like I mentioned at the start, that inner circle. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, especially really great. But dope, dope. All right. And number 5, what
Yes.
is something that represents your dreams and aspirations within your field?
Okay. So I have this lanyard here.
Mm-hmm.
It is a artist pass from the Mike Champion show in 2021.
Uh,
So a little bit of background behind that. That was like the first time I opened for any artist. And obviously Mike Champion is an accomplished, great artist. And I felt like I got a real chance and a really big time to shine. And at the time, I had no idea what it was going to bring me or what doors it was going to open. But I always look back to that performance to just allow myself to see how much I've grown as an artist, as a person, as a performer. And I just remind myself all the time that it's a marathon and not
yeah,
a race.
yeah,
So when I'm feeling down and out, or when I feel like things aren't going the way I want in music, I always look back to that lanyard and be like, you were there before and now you're here now. So my aspirations is to obviously just elevate and build and be a better artist than I was before. But I'm also reminded that that's exactly what's happening.
for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I love that. And yeah, definitely no small feat. Mike Champion is a absolute legend in the scene. The whole family, ridiculous.
Literally.
Maxine doing right. Oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah, no, I totally get what you mean, especially the marathon or the sprint. Definitely something that I've been
Sorry,
finding.
marathon, not a sprint, not marathon, not a race. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. um that quote definitely something that I've been resonating with recently, within, my own personal stuff.
Yeah.
I guess kind of maybe a cliche question, maybe not, but how come it took as long as it did, knowing, how long you've been performing live in the scene,
Yeah.
for you
Yes.
to finally start to release things on like DSPs? You've released stuff on SoundCloud in the past,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's not a cliche question at all. The truth is, I've always been in the studio
Mhm.
since 2020, since I became super serious with it. But the truth is I got to a stage where I did not like any of the songs that I made. There's like one song that is still yet to be released that I still love, but that will come later. But apart from that, all of the songs I made, I just felt like I was selling myself short. And I know you have to start somewhere to get somewhere,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't the first sound or the next sound that I wanted everyone to hear. So that's the truth. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way I sounded. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I need to go back into the booth. I need to really look into myself, really understand who I am, my sound, and what I want to put out into the world. So that is the truth. I scrapped everything and I started from zero.
For sure. For sure. There is a, kind of a risk that artists sometimes play with, backing yourself like that, where it's like, look, I'm here, but I haven't got anything out. People are like, yo, where's the music? So,
Yeah,
especially when you're doing as many live performances and then people
exactly.
can't go to anything. So, yeah, it's definitely a risk, but it seems like the reward has been great, because now when you finally put out All I Need, and then Rich Girl, and now the new single that's come out today, like, people like, it was worth the wait. And
Yes,
you know that it was worth the wait personally, because you're like, I'm
exactly.
proud of the work that I'm putting out.
That's right. And I always, always, always want to be true to myself
Mm.
because I am my toughest critic. And like, there'll be times I'll make a post or a snippet or a song, and I'll be like, I don't like this. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's great. But I'm like, the most important person is me.
Yeah,
And I have to like it at the end of the day. So I just always want to be true to Mawuli.
for sure. For sure. Love that.
Thank you.
Um, all right, we got one more question, but before we get into that, it's time to play a game, because I love games.
Okay.
So what I am going to get you to do is build your ultimate collab track. You are an artist,
Yeah.
so it's going to be yourself and three other artists, one producer and one videographer, all local artists, or all local people, should I say?
Oh my God. I don't want to offend anybody. I love everybody. Okay. Just a disclaimer. Okay, this is a really good one. So three artists, including myself.
Yep, one
Okay.
producer and one videographer.
Okay. Producer, obviously, Timo.
Mm-hmm,
I want to get Nessa Farah
mm-hmm.
on the feature. And I also want Malalo.
Mm,
And then videographer would be Marcus.
shout out to Marcus. Shout out
Yes.
to Marcus. You still have one more artist.
Do I?
Yep. You said yourself, Ness, and Malalo.
Okay. Um, who else? And I'd love another vocalist. I would say Shell.
Okay. Shout out to
Yeah.
Sheltamiko. Shout out to Sheltamiko. Okay, Baya. So yourself, Ness, Malalo, Sheltamika, with uh Team production and
Yes.
Marcus on the video.
Yes.
What is happening in the video, seeing as I know that you love your visuals.
I do.
Yeah.
Um, well, I mean, I don't know what we're going to be talking about. So I don't know
Okay.
what's happening in the video, but what I do know is I look really hot and sexy and everyone looks great and we're having a great time. And everyone is in the greatest fashions ever.
Okay. There. I love that. I love that. Let's see if that happens. All right. We got one more question before we get out
Yeah.
of here. So, what is a personal moment that stands out to you that has impacted your music in a certain way?
And I say two things.
Yep.
Okay. The show I did for Waves
Mhm.
in Parramatta at Butter, that let me know as a performer and everyone else that I'm here to stay, and that I'm valid.
Mhm.
And then with putting out All I Need, obviously I believe in myself and I love what I do regardless if no one listens to it.
Mhm.
But just the reception I got, and the new fans, I guess I could say, that I gained from putting that out, it was a great reminder and just a great example of why I do what I do and why I should keep going. I would
Yeah,
say those two things. Yeah.
for sure. For sure. Both times when you put yourself out there, of course, obviously Butter wasn't the first time you've ever performed, but obviously at the time, Waves definitely held a weight to them. Shout out to Waves, and
Yeah.
um, yes, performing at that and feeling like you absolutely killed the performance and being like, "What's up?" Um, yeah,
Really.
definitely a confidence builder. And again, there's always such gravitas behind putting out your first official single.
Yeah.
And like you said, the reception that you've gotten from it, the people who now follow you from it, definitely, again, confidence builders to then go and continue and put out the subsequent singles and whatever other music you got in the vault or projects in the vault or features and collaborations. So yeah,
And I would say I did make a huge life decision as well, that allowed me to like really grow and flourish and be the super confident person you see today. Obviously, that's personal, so I won't really get into it. But just taking that plunge and that leap, because it was something I was really worried about for a long time, and I was really contemplating whether I should do it or not. But I don't regret it for a second, because now you see the Mally you see today.
for sure, for sure. And I think that is a perfect quote to end off on. Um, Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Here is where I roll out the red carpet. People know what's happening. Again, no, I'm gonna let you say it. I'm gonna let you talk.
All right. Hey everyone, it's Mawuli. Go check out my new song Onyx. It's out now everywhere, and make sure you go and see the visuals because it's real hot and sexy.
For sure. Thank you so much, Mally. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid. You're listening to Ruu's Room. Catch you next time. Peace.